And like that, my friends, we are live and we are back. We are back with the best of the best. We took a week off last week, but we are now back and we got a lot of news to go over tonight. Some real hot news, real hot news. InArt is coming with the heat. So if you're not a believer now, I don't know what to tell you because they coming with the heat, y'all. They coming. Their third release is about to drop. Pennywise. We're going to be talking about that tonight. Also, all the Hot Toys announcements and releases that came out this week. And we're also going to be talking about what to expect coming next. It's a lot of heat about to drop. It's about to, summer is just about over. We now headed into the fall. Tomorrow is the first day of September. So it's a lot of stuff coming out. All that and more on Best of the Best. And we're going to drop the intro like this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're rocking with the best of the best. And we start out with a small but powerful ass panel right now. Is this my left? I think this is my left. To my left, we got the matriarch herself. We have the queen of hot toys, the queen of action figures, period, with the dope background and that vicious storm that I need to go and cop from her. Luminar, how you doing, my dear? How's it going?
I'm doing really good. As you guys can see, my voice is getting back to normal. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'll be 100% back. And I just can't wait to talk about the figures with you guys and see what we got coming up.
All right, sounds good. Glad to hear that you're feeling better because I heard you last week. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like,
oh my girl, God. You need some tussin. Need some of that tussin. But I'm glad to hear you good. Sound beautiful. And hey, doing your thing. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here and gracing us all with your presence. Hold on. I got to blow you up on the screen real quick because I see something in the back. Yeah. Look at that Wakanda throne. Who's that in the on the throne?
That's the third party Panther Queen. And nice. So whenever I get my T'Challa, which should be here next month sometime,
okay,
I'm going to put him there. But then I'm going to have the Shuri whenever that Shuri comes out next year. So it's going to be, a fight for the throne, little brother and sister rivalry.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. That looks dope. Looks dope as always. As always. Before we go to my brother, my real life brother, the second brother, AKA Dr. Lusta, I got to bring this guy in real quick. Y'all know him. Y'all know who it is. Some people say he's Vincent D'Onofrio on the side. Some people say he's the hand of the wizard. Some people say he is the wizard. Y'all know who it is. My guy right here, Aries Turrington, 6 Scale Cantina. How you doing, brother? Love that hat, by the way, man.
Oh, heck yeah, baby. We're
Floyd, baby.
Yes.
It's a great gig in the sky, and you have to wonder why I got a big smile on my face. It's good to see you, my brother Jay, and it's good to see you, second brother. Good to see you again, Luminar. But check this out. It's heavy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
We got another one.
Yes.
Dude. Do that.
This was the one figure I tried to get. Like every other drop they've done with the special edition. No, this is the only one I tried to get.
Yeah, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. It is an amazing piece.
So I took a peek. Yes. Like I took a peek, but I was like, oh my God, I put it back in because I wanted to jump on your show and I don't got time, but damn, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh my, I'm so amazing, glad bro. I got it.
It's amazing, bro. I mean, let me tell you, I did the unboxing and everything, right? But I ain't gonna lie. I reboxed it and put her up because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for all that awesomeness. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to put her back up because I was like, you know what? I need to find just the right place to put her. So yeah, she's I got her open right now. Had to clean out all my I got a spot right there for her, right next to Soups. That's right, right next to.
Oh, you put it right next to Superman.
That's right.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Christopher Reeves, Superman.
And I just realized I don't got a headset on, so to prevent an echo, I'm gonna go do that right this second.
Go for it, brother. Go for it. Absolutely. Going to this brother right here. Y'all know who he is. The wild man of the bunch. He just don't give up and tell it like it is. Always has and always will. My big bro, Dr. Rooster, aka Second Brother. How you doing, bro?
Thanks for having me. Everything is good, but man, I'm looking at Sideshow and I'm trying to do the final payment on my Grim Knight.
Ooh, final payment, you say?
Yeah. I'm trying to do my final payment on my Grim Knight, and Sideshow had some little shenanigans with their shipping, so I took advantage of the $45 shipping that they have for this thing now.
Yep.
And so when I changed the shipping up to get the correct, get the correct information, is like, okay, we're not going to allow you to pay for it now.
What?
So it's like, Now, so I'm over here screenshotting everything in case I had to go to war with them tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Now, look, how many boxes is the Grim Knight?
That is one huge box.
It's one box. That's going to be a giant box.
Yeah. The shipping going to be crazy on that.
And no, the shipping for was over $100-something. Sideshow's offering it for $45.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I took advantage of that. So of course they're gonna come up with some shenanigans. They probably say, well, along with that deal, so basically if you get a deal, you pad the shipping. So that's what you're gonna admit to me. In so many words.
Yeah.
I'm a Johnny Cochran. You know how I do.
Yeah, that's how you gotta roll, baby. You got to, because people always trying to get out of it. When they owed something, they try to get out and find a way to get out of it. Even Sideshow has shenanigans. I mean, well, they better than most companies, and we already know about that. We already know.
I hope they don't sit there play around, because I'm looking at my my account. And I tell them, look, I've done over 220 figures of volume with them.
Well, so I mean, you know how it is. If you lean on them, they'll take care of you. Aries, you had something with Sideshow, and they took care of you recently, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, team, I held on to my DX21 Ahsoka for some time.
No.
And I got it in, before Memorial Day weekend. But, Jay, as you know, I've just been nonstop. And then I finally just opened her up 2 weeks ago even.
Yeah.
Not even 3, just 2 weeks ago. Maybe even a week and a half ago. And I moved, that problem with the arm.
Yeah.
And I just touched it and it snapped off, baby. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. That never happened to me before. So I called you, remember? You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, what do you think? And I called my buddy Ray, also from Hawk Wars Toys. I'm like, what do you think about that? It's like, oh, you could give it a try. It's give or take. I tell you what, I got on the phone with Sideshow. The very next day, I explained to them the situation. I said, look at everything that I bought. That type of thing and stuff like that. They went on there and they absolutely took care of me. And within 3 days, I got a brand new body for the DX Ahsoka. I didn't even have to return the other one. So they took care of me. And that was maybe it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So they will. I mean, you can't beat that type of customer service, to be honest with you. So that's why, I buy from others, as everybody knows, but I'll always still buy from Sideshow.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. They'll take care of you. So it just depends on who you get on that phone. And big bro, I already know how you gonna go. So I'm sure you'll be good.
No. Hey, look, I'm not one of these people that just go. You see people just go nuts and do like Pacino. Show me what you got. I don't do that. I don't do that. Some people would expect that, and I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm awake now, man.
Definitely got me.
Well, I tell you what I did. I I opened up that Wonder Woman because I'm like, no, I'm like nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. But everything looks good. Like now I just gotta like unbox it and look at it. Take the head out of the little
mason
glass.
I love it.
Mason jar, whatever that is.
That's like my favorite part. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I'm probably gonna end up setting up some cameras.
It's big.
When I open up this Grim Night, no, I'm opening up cameras to see the family's reaction when they see that thing in the living room.
Yeah, but you know what? How you have we gotta do that. We gotta do a live unboxing for that, bro. And then how your living room is decorated now. I mean, it goes perfect in there. Like it's gonna look good.
I changed the whole paint scheme, furniture, and everything.
That did.
Wow.
That did. What did? That did. I don't want to call her name live on the show, but did wifey did she know what you were doing when y'all came up with the read the model and everything? Did she know that you were modeling it like that to go exactly with that whole motif?
Well, if you don't, then you know now.
Oh, that's funny. You know what else I got?
He's never been an expert at being discreet. Never.
How? But you just said it. But you just said it. You're live here, so it ain't my fault.
No.
Dude, that's a big display behind you, second brother.
Oh, dude, this thing stretches. This thing stretches all the way.
Man,
and I just
stretches. Where's Mario when you need him?
They're making a Costco case, and making the Costco case, and I put that in the other bedroom down here. And then I have the detops I had from in the bedroom. I moved them out here to expand space out here for the other figures that I have. And I still got 3 figures that still have to be unboxed.
Amazing.
And Bestman Luke is going in the office. I'm putting Bestman Luke in my office with Snow Speeder Luke. Put him in there. So
you know what's funny? You mentioned
definitely good.
You mentioned Bestman Luke. And Jay, I know you got rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got me thinking to do the same thing, the freaking DX07. But I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it.
I mean, he went to a happy home. Shout out to my guy, Women 42. Got him yesterday. Shouted me out on social media. It went to a good home. So I'm happy with it. And I'm rocking the one that I got. The new one, I think is phenomenal. So good. And I have plans for using getting a used one and making that a battle damage and getting that all weather. So I'll have I'll have that representation in my collection, but I just didn't need the DX07 anymore. Before we move on, want to give a shout out to some people here in the chat. Definitely, we got S Bing in the house. Thank you so much for being here, my brother. Always good to have you here. We got Wild Man Loco Lu here. Lou, your check's in the mail. What's poppin', people? Oh, hit that damn like button. Lou, if you want to come in here, I will send you a link and get you in here. My brother. Definitely. Always good to have you here. We got AJ in the building. Always good to have you here as well. He said, I absolutely held my breath the whole time posing that figure. Made it, but I didn't do anything crazy. He must be talking about that Wonder Woman as well. It's a great piece. A great figure. We also got Dockinator in the house. What's up with you? Absolutely. We got Miles Bennett Dyson in the building. So you got a fan on me. Absolutely. We got the movie canon in the building. Absolutely. We got FBJ in the building. We got He-She with big boobs in here. We got Christian in the building. And many more. I'm gonna promise I'll be putting all your comments on the screen as we go on, but we do have to move on. First order of business. This just came out probably a couple of hours ago. Shout out to some of my friends out there. Yeah, I'm sure y'all already know them. Pulled my coat to this, and we got to pull this up. InArt has been on a roll. I know a lot of people's like, hey, InArt, the first figure, the Joker, damn good figure. Still took some time to get it into the States and get it in the hands of the customer, but it was a good figure. Can they keep that up? We get Gandalf. Gandalf looks amazing, which we'll be looking at him in a little bit. Now they're on their third figure. This has been announced probably a couple hours ago. This will be dropping very soon. This is the InArt Pennywise coming very, very soon. I think it will be shipping next week. if I'm not correct. So yeah, it's coming and it is on the way. From what I'm seeing here, it definitely looks good. Want to start, ladies first. Lumi, what is your thoughts on this piece? And just InArt as a whole.
I think it looks really good. They've been doing a really great job with their, the quality is just outstanding. I know they were slow to get out. Everybody's still trickling in with their jokers, but like this figure, just the quality, the tailoring, just the rooted hair, like it just really, really, really looks good. So I'm excited for Will because I know he's probably getting 2 of them. But yeah, I think it looks really good.
Right, it looks good, man. Definitely, I agree. It looks.
And
good,
I remember
man.
everybody was complaining about the collar not being floofed or whatever. This one looks. So hopefully they make sure they fluff all the collars because people were complaining about that with the Hot Toys.
That's right. It looked like they did some extra fluffiness to that. No bull. That's right. That was a thing with the Hot Toys when it was like the collar isn't. I remember that. You're right. Damn sure was. Second brother, your thought. Yeah, I know you still. I actually got rid of my Hot Toys Pennywise. Dude, your thoughts on this one?
I wanted to, before I jump in the InArt bandwagon, before I jump on that, I wanted to see what people's actual pieces look like in hand.
Yeah,
that was gonna be the proof of the pudding. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold off on this until I see. Pennywise, I have my I have the Hot Toys Pennywise. It's a funny story where I took my godson to see it.
Oh.
And young man is a grown man. And I had to leave the movie theater. He saw that clown and freaked out and was like, I'm out. I'm like, out what? Nothing happened yet. Like, nothing happened. No, but he saw Pennywise and he was like, he'll float too. I'm out. It just rolled out.
Scary, baby. It's scary.
Done. And I'm like, damn, the good, excuse my language, good shit haven't got started yet. I'm sitting there looking at him, shaking my head. He didn't turn back. He didn't look back. He just kept walking. I'm like, dude, I'm the one that's driving. Where the hell are you going? He's like, I'm out. And I had to talk to the manager to get new tickets and everything. So when I see this Pennywise, I just, laugh myself sick. And then I played little pranks with little Macho and his mom. Because, I have the Mezco Pennywise. And while they're sleeping, I kind of like put it on their dresser right beside them. So when they wake up and somebody go to the bathroom, they can see Pennywise just looking over them with a neon light looking up underneath them. Yeah, so
that's like a demented version of Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, exactly. I like playing pranks. I like playing pranks with my family like that. But seeing this and, Hot Toys threw they shot with that artisan. But then InArt is like, okay, like an old battleship.
Yep.
We're just going to wait.
Yep.
And they just fired 2 shells back at Hot Toys.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, what y'all going to do? And that no telling, man. I'm definitely all in when they do that Cavill Superman.
Woo.
When they do that.
Yeah.
And then I heard rumors about them doing a Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I heard about that. And then I'm just like, oh. But only thing if InArt could get that damn US distribution.
Yeah.
That's their Achilles heel right now.
It is. It truly is. I totally agree. And I've been saying that. And, John knows about that. And we talked about that. And it's something that they're constantly working on. And that they know. They're aware. That's the thing that's kind of shooting them in the foot right now. The quality is there. I think the fandom is there. I think the customers are there. If we're looking at how people want high-end pieces now, they want that. They do. Not everybody, but there is a market there for it. So they just have to get that US distributing together. Once they get that together, then I think we can start looking at them like, okay, they're really. We already know that they're serious, but going up against Hot Toys right now is still. I mean, Hot Toys is the king and will remain the king for a long time. I don't see that.
This puts things in a new category because you have some companies that throw out the term museum grade. You hear that term thrown around.
Oh yeah, we hear that. We hear that from what's their names? From X06. We get that.
X06. But when you turn around and to me, when you use that title museum grade, this is what I expect.
Yes.
And that Gandalf right there, we thought they was doing something with that Joker. But when I seen with that Gandalf, I was just like, damn, this looked like it's just straight off the screen.
It looks like a screen. It looks
like they got the beard. I mean, they got the hair. That's one thing. When they had the beard down, I'm like, wow.
We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to bring it up. And we're going to bring up our good friend Joe Al's video as well. Hope he doesn't sue me. But we're going to bring that up because he did a wonderful review. That thing is like 8K right now. That review is doing gangbusters right now. So shout out to him. And we're going to look at that a little earlier. But absolutely, yeah, that I agree, bro. That thing, that's museum. That's shit. Madame Tussauds, nothing can touch. I mean, Hot Toys is one tier. But that's just on a whole nother level. The asthmas can't even touch that at all. So definitely. But moving along, we want to before we go to Aries real quick, want to give some shout outs to some folks in here. Got Collector Joey in the house. What's up with you, brother? Always good to have you here. Make sure y'all check out. I think he's doing the stream right after mine tonight. So make sure y'all check that out as well. Definitely. Also, we got my guy right here, Larry Walker. That's right. What's up with you? Definitely always good to have my man Larry up in the building. We got Mark Attack in the building as well. He said, now we just need a Legolas. Yes. And the Gimli. Yes, we do. We definitely need that. Man, they might as well make the whole fellowship, in my opinion. Definitely. We got Blitz in the building. What's up with you? So yeah, I'm really waiting on their Superman and DC minus the Batman line. My heart is excited. My wallet is not. I think everybody shares that sentiment here. Ro, what's up with you? Yo, Mo in the building. What's up with you as well? Aries, your thoughts on this InArt? I was about to say Joker. And out. I know the other clown.
See, where do I start? I mean, yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with figures, so I'm actually glad that they are, because they're supposed to be. So what is this, number 3?
Yes, sir.
So that's good. That's good. The rooted hair makes a huge difference on these figures. You take the Hot Toys Count Dooku Christopher Lee, and you actually put rooted hair of the quality coming out with Artisan or InArt, and it's going to, in my opinion, look like it blows the Count Dooku one away, but it's still the same head sculpt.
Yeah.
So that's my view on it. I feel like rooted hair that Hot Toys was originally doing was kind of atrocious.
Yes.
On many levels. So I really think for premium, if you can do rooted hair that looks like rooted hair that's on a real, actual human being, it's going to give these toys already look like they're real people in your hand. The only thing, when you really, really get up close, and a family member will see it or somebody from the outside, you'll eventually notice the hair is sculpted. Very, very good sculpted hair. But it's still not real hair. Yeah. So these figures that are coming out like this Pennywise, like the original InArt Joker, like the prototype of the Hot Toys Joker, like that Gandalf. Same thing with that Gandalf. If you take that same Gandalf and you put in the sculpted hair of the Qui-Gon Jinn from Hot Toys, it's not going to look exactly the same. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Mm-hmm. It's just not. So the rooted hair is really, really key. And I think that people are looking for premium pieces, because with the rooted hair, it's got to be done right. It's meticulous. There's a formula to it. So you're going to pay a premium. I'll pay a premium for that What I won't pay a premium for personally is stuff that's made out of, if I want die cast, I'll get an Iron Man. I don't need a diorama, or I don't need certain pieces, 14 karat gold, resin, this or that. It doesn't matter to me. It's not actually the figure. I'd rather it be less expensive. But the hair, the figure, the clothing's on it, that's what matters to me collecting the figures. This is good. My problem with the good thing about InArt is they pushed Hot Toys to answer a call to speed up their innovation or get left behind.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, and they needed to do some of the same figures, what I'm hoping happens in the future is we don't get the same crap that Hot Toys puts out, because Hot Toys is just going to put out their versions to outdo them. And we complain all the time that Hot Toys, we need something fresh. It's tired of these 3.0s, 4.0s. Well, some of these same releases, you know, like the Superman, I have a different thing of that. We already have Superman from Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Can I get Frodo? Can I get Samwise? Can I get something different? So I'm really more excited about the whole Lord of the Rings line. I'll be honest with you. To me, these look just as good as Hot Toys. So I want to get that entire Lord of the Rings line. I'm more excited to be able to compare a Christopher Lee head sculpt that Hot Toys put out with Count Dooku versus a Christopher Lee Saruman from InArt. To me, that's like comparing a Chevy Camaro to a Ford Mustang, not Ford putting out a Camaro as well. It's just like, okay, great. So they needed to do that, or Hot Toys wouldn't be pushed. But I'll be honest with you guys, I don't want to see the same crap that Hot Toys does, because Hot Toys is just going to put it out too. I want to see the new stuff. What I'm most excited about are the things that they're doing that Hot Toys is not doing. That being said, I mean, look at this. The figure looks great. The Joker is great, but I'll be honest with you. I know you said we're going to talk about it later.
Yeah.
The thing I'm most excited about, and I'm really, really excited, is that Gandalf is exceptional. And yes, I will be giving them my money for that.
Ooh, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes. I agree with it all.
Just a different perspective on it.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense. We do want them to see them take on different properties. And I think that's why the Gandalf is so appealing to me, because it's and Joel was saying that early this morning on his stream. Make sure y'all go check that out. Big Brother had a real good point on that, is the fact that we're getting something different. Gandalf is a breath of fresh air. It's not just Marvel and DC, Marvel and DC, Marvel and DC, or
so
Marvel and Star Wars, Marvel, you know, it's so much of it. And I just like the fact that we're getting another property.
Like, seriously, I want to get that entire line. I mean, I am looking forward to the day if I could hear, hey, we're getting Frodo. You know, we're getting Samwise. You know, let's get deeper than, you know, don't just give me you know, a Sauron. You know, you could kind of, you know, a Galadriel. Get me all of them. Shoot, I mean, gosh, Elrond, can you even imagine?
Yeah. Yeah. We need all of those. I think I think they should do the whole fellowship. I really do. And then, you know, I mean, they have so much that they can give us right now.
Merry and Pippin, baby.
Yeah.
That should be a 2-pack. Definitely a 2-pack.
Yes. You're right, Luminar. How about a Gollum?
Yeah, I would kill to see that. Now, I think that's a figure that you would need a 2-pack for, honestly, because there's so many different, you know, things he could do. It'd be crazy to see what they do with his eyes and all that.
Have you guys seen? Somebody posted a picture of them having Schmeagol on a mantle, and it looks, damn, that thing looked like it came out the film. It was kind of creepy. I wish I would have screenshot the picture, but it had it on a mantle sitting right next to a photo. So if you're not paying attention and you're walking past it, you just see him just looking at you, and those eyes like just sitting out there. I need to find that picture. That was creepy as hell. It brought me back to like Trilogy of Terror type of
You see, they should do this whole line. Like, and I'm even like, besides just all that, I mean, come out with Faramir, come out with Boromir, Sean Bean.
Yeah.
You know, come out. I mean, and it will rival. You know, you talk about Hot Toys' Marvel line, or you talk about the Star Wars line. I mean, this is Lord of the darn Rings.
Yeah.
And there's so many characters they could come out with. And they could, I think that this will situate themselves as like, hey, here's a real player. What other brands and licenses can they get?
And that's the thing. We know Hot Toys has the whole Disney. They have Disney on lock. We all know that with Star Wars and Marvel. And nobody on earth does an Iron Man figure like Hot Toys. You can almost say that that's what they're known for, doing those damn Iron Man figures, because they do them so damn well. I think this should be all the Lord of the Rings line. This should be like their stand. This should be their flagship. You get what I'm saying? Like the Lord of the Rings line. That's what they kind of should be known for, in my opinion, to make them stand out from the other companies. And I think it's the audience, and I think there's a customer base for it. And it's
and then you got the whole Hobbit series too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, and I don't know if it's true because I haven't looked at a few months, but I thought I heard that they're still working on another movie. I don't know what exactly it is, but I don't know if you guys or anyone here at a panel heard about it, but I hear something's going on.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember. I don't know if they canceled Rings of Power that was on Prime.
I looked it up. They didn't cancel that because I was hearing it. And then when I looked it up, and they were like, no, it's still in production. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I know they were saying
That's
that it didn't do the numbers.
That was good.
They said it didn't do it, but did it do the numbers that they wanted it to do or something?
I don't think so, but I really enjoyed it though, personally.
I think that's one of those ones that people will come around to because it's so much stuff that's out there. There's so much. It's so much that's out there that you're like, damn, I gotta weigh what I'm going to get, and then what I'm going to see. And when you get to Lord of the Rings, that particular IP is for a different set of viewers. So if you into, of course, Lord of the Rings got his not his bang bang, but his slice moments and all that stuff that everybody is hungry for, that quick instant gratification. But the Rings of Power was definitely one of those shows that it took its time. And sorry to say, when you have shows that take their time, people don't have the patience because when you go back to this whole attention span in 5 minutes, we go back to that.
But here's the thing, Second Brother, for me in that series, art is subjective. People's music tastes are subjective. For me, I was glued to the screen, right, from like the first episode all the way through to the end. I just really enjoyed it. But I feel like that there is a place for high flying action, and I expect that if I'm watching like a Fast 10 or something to that effect, where I want that thrill ride. But sometimes, if you even go back and watch, from the Lord of the Rings, the very first one. It was phenomenal, but it kept building up, and you you read the books, you knew what was coming, but you enjoyed sitting back and listening to the dialogue and seeing if it was going to, how much it was going to match from Tolkien's writings, what Peter Jackson and the gang were going to unveil. But they weren't just going to run to Mordor and throw the ring in 5 minutes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It took 9 hours.
Give us some time to build up. It's called storytelling.
For me,
you know what I'm saying?
Every holiday, when doing the cooking for the family, getting Christmas gets together and things like that, trying to arrange everything. I used to had the extended trilogy that I would watch from the beginning to the end, and it would take all day. It would take all day.
I have that too. I love it.
Yeah. And that's the best way to watch it because, of course, you got to be a person with patience. But damn, to turn around and get that extended version and look at it from the beginning all the way through the end, And that way, the pacing is the right amount of pacing. You get to chunk everything. You get to chunk everything in. You know, to me, I think that's the best way to view things. Like, especially when, you know, Ahsoka and these other shows, I go back when these shows are over, and I take a day and I just binge it.
We're going to get back. Definitely want to get back and on that conversation with that right there, because we're going to be definitely talking about Ahsoka tonight, and pacing and just being patient. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know. But before we continue, want to give a shout out to some people here in the chat. Got to give a shout out to you. Where your ass at? You should have been here tonight. Anyway, I know you had a prior engagement, brother. Mario, he gonna beat my ass for that. Mario in the building. El Professoro. He says, Jay, you said this over and over. Regardless of all the releases InArt drops, they will not be as successful without worldwide distribution. Of course, we'll import these figures as needed. Exactly. That's going to be the way that they, you know, stand side by side Hot Toys, with doing that, with making sure that they're able to get that US distribution. They definitely need that to make these figures easy to get, because once you spend $500 on a figure, and then, you know, additional shipping to get it, you know, to pay that import shipping fee, it's a lot. So it's out of price range for a lot of collectors. So once they get that, you know, I think more units will be selling. I think right now.
But I will say that these, I don't know what you call them, premium InArt artisan. These figures are, regardless, fetching a high price, Jay.
That's right.
It's
You're paying for quality, and it takes it's a whole breed of collector.
Yes.
That get these. This is not somebody to say, hey, I just want to jump.
These are next level. You're right. I mean, it's next
jumping
level.
into this is just like, I will say, me jumping in a ring at my age with Mike Tyson at 20.
You're gonna get your block clean.
But I mean, like if you think about it, second brother, if you are a Lord of the Rings freakazoid, and you see this come out, and you collect these type of figures and spend that kind of money, how do you not grab this? Right. And that's the same thing with me with that artisan Anakin. I'm diehard Star Wars, and I love Star Wars figures. To me, that's the best Star Wars figure on the planet ever. Yeah. I mean, it looks just like Hayden Christensen. So for me, it's like, look, that, because of premium, I have got to have that. And I think that people are. You're right. They're going to lean for some of these premium characters. I mean, this is Gandalf, for goodness sake. Yeah. You know, Ian McKellen. You're going to grab. I mean, you may skip the rooted hair on a lower tier character, but look at that. Oh, my God. Right. I mean, that's just insane.
It's an amazing piece.
But if it's sculpted, or if it's the rooted hair of old, it wouldn't be the same thing. That's the whole kip and caboodle. It's a whole package.
Exactly.
It's like a head.
Want to give Lumi, your thoughts just on this piece and looking at this head sculpt, and just how, like, man, just your thoughts on it.
I mean, I think it looks amazing. Like, just the beard hair is finer than the scalp hair. Like,
yes,
like, I don't.
Oh, I think she froze.
Did she freeze?
Oh, she froze. No. Go ahead, take it away, second brother. We'll wait for her.
Yeah. Okay, it has the pearls. The pearls. Okay.
No, they all come down.
Damn, they stepped it, man. They kicked that. They kicked that up. Several nickels right there.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I don't understand. Like,
man, it's just, one thing I can turn around and say, and I hope InArt, takes heed to this. Just keep their own individuality and their own originality by taking on IPs that Hot Toys is not going to touch.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what keep them, separate the men from the boys. Because If you're looking at the tailoring, any Lord of the Rings figure is going to challenge you and challenge what you have. Either it's the sculpt, the rooted hair, the costume dressing, all of that is going to be a challenge. And that's what I'm looking at so far. It's just like, wow. Okay.
Am I back?
You're back. There you go. We got you back.
I don't know what's going on. It was working perfect. I don't know.
I go through that too. It's like the gremlin.
Gandalf was so real, Luminara, he just froze it. He used his wizard power. Us wizards understand each other.
Yeah, but go ahead. She freezes again.
She freezes again. Oh, damn it. We lost her again. Eric, got Eric in the building. Eric Hinkle in the building. What's up with you, brother? Thank you so much. Oh, and we're going to talk about that contribution that you're going to be making to Half Shell Saturday. We're going to be bringing that up later, but thank you so much for that, brother. Absolutely good to have you here. What does Mario say? Mario said, he says, supposedly there's... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh man. We'll give her a few more minutes. It says supposedly there's 8,000 pieces of Gandalf out there. And is already commanding a higher price in the secondary market.
That's not a whole lot of pieces.
It's not.
And for a figure of this quality, you're talking about only 8,000 in the entire world of something. You can't do it any better than this.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out, guys. We are also watching, want to give them credit. We're watching Big Brother's video. Make sure y'all go check it out because this is like one of the
I will say this about Big Brother. He has to now, Big Brother, you've got to put out the Poe Dameron Jax quarter scale review. That's it. I'm calling you to it. If you want me to go along and partner with you, Big Brother, we're talking about it. I will open mine too. And that's the only figure that'll be better than this is that Poe. Anyway.
Lumi, we have you back finally.
Okay, I switched over to my hotspot. Hopefully it holds.
It
but
sounded,
what I was saying
good.
was like, just like the scale of the hair is perfect. Like I don't understand what sheep or goat they got the hair off of, but it's perfect scale. I think that they're doing an amazing job. Like these figures are high quality. They're just doing they get that American distribution. Like the sky's the limit.
Right.
Like they just do.
Hey, Lumi. You know they got their hair. You know they got their hair from Beauty for You. You know they got
it just looks so good. Like, look at it. I mean, are they gonna do the Gandalf the White? Because
yeah.
Please, Viper, when they did that with the Pilgrim.
Yes.
I mean, and that figure was what was that stuff? For $2,000 on the secondary market.
I need an Eowyn. I need a Nazgul. Like I need these characters.
Yeah. Nazgul.
You know what, Jay? I was thinking about
characters. Like it's so good. Like if InArt completes a line, that's all they need to do. Just complete a line.
Yeah.
That's
Jay,
it.
you know what's funny?
It is a big line.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I always come with weird shit that comes in my mind. And every time I see this figure right here.
I know what you're about to say.
About when your daughter started dating and she bring the first boyfriend over and you shall not pass.
Absolutely. Hell yes. Hell yes.
And the fact that he comes with the fireworks, that was a perfect touch.
That was a nice touch. And they just pulled that out of nowhere. They didn't have to do that. And I mean, the figure is already amazing, but with that, just icing on the cake, man. Definitely want to give a shout out to Hawk Wars Toys, Ray, making dreams come true. What's up with you, Ray? Always good to have you here. This is what's up to everybody. Absolutely. Make sure y'all buy y'all stuff from Ray. I got to get Ray. I'm gonna let you know live online right now, man. I'm looking at that lizard base, man. I need that lizard base, man.
Listen, you just gave him his advertising slogan: Hawk Wars Toys, making dreams come true.
There you go.
Yeah, you have to get that lizard base, man, because that sets that. Everybody has their complaints about that Spider-Man. I do too, but
it looks good. I think it's great.
But when you match it up with that base,
I know.
It's like, and then it makes you sit up there like Hot Toys. What the hell are you thinking about? Because this is money on the table. If you could produce how they produce this lizard, but yet again, it will be a challenge for them technological wise,
Mhm.
to produce the lizard type skin.
I mean, well, the third party did it, right? That third party one was pretty good.
It looked pretty good. And I was thinking about getting it because it was actually in my eBay cart. And then I'm just like, okay, I need to slow back before I start dipping into other things and get this.
Yeah.
Get my sideshow stuff cleared out and taken care of.
Yeah.
Get 2023 taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that a little later too, because there's a lot of stuff coming out around the pipe. A lot of stuff. I want to give a shout out to Eddie Rodriguez in the building. What's up with you? Always good to have you here. Also, we got AJ. AJ, what you say? Say his beard looks as good as mine does. You ain't lied, brother. You look at it. Look at that. Look at that handsome beard right there on that guy. Look at him. Absolutely. But yeah, man, this Gandalf. I got mine from 1/6 kit, so I think Kit's going to be getting them pretty soon. So I can't wait to have this in hand. The second InArt figure, it feels like now it feels like an event every time they drop a figure, and that's good. That's good, especially something like this. So I'm excited. I am really excited. That looks like a damn movie still.
There goes DX07 to get this, baby. Jeez.
There you go. There you go.
What? You guys are causing all these things, man. Ain't no way. Hey, look, I don't care if they gonna get it.
I gotta sell more spots for a second, bro.
Right, I'm going to tell you, what's that? Man, you must have had the moonshine mixed with that one right there. I'm thinking about my DX07. I don't care if somebody give me a figure for free. I'm not giving it.
Nah, you shouldn't.
Dude, no, I'm gonna take a page out of Watto's book. I don't care about nostalgia, only money.
Right.
I get it. I
hear you. I'm right with you too, second brother. It's just so much heat coming out, dude.
It's about my whole thing is, and we gotta look towards the future of collecting. And I know we kind of like going off the rails here a little bit, but I like to do that sometimes. The future of collecting, I just think of it like this now. Like, I used to do, I do, and I still do Good Morning Grails, but I'm very selective of how I do them. And I'll tell everybody here, I kind of stopped. Why I kind of slowed down on doing them. One, because at that time I was going after stuff that I wanted, figures that I wanted, and I need, and holes that were in my collection. But it also came to a point where I started getting things just for the show and just to see, the age of it, and it's an older figure, And then I realized, I was like, do I really want these? You know what I'm saying? Do I really want this in my collection? And then that's when I started to like, okay, a lot of those figures was stuff I already owned. So it wasn't like I was going out buying stuff. But I say all this to say that with now the rise of this company InArt and looking at these photo realistic figures, where it's to the point where it's like, damn, that looks like a photo. It doesn't look like a figure anymore, especially doing photography and everything. You really are tricking the eye now with these products that are coming out. And looking towards the future, I just see these things just getting better and better and better and better. Now, does that mean that we should sell off everything we have and just keep looking to the new and get what's the hottest thing? No, I'm not saying that at all, because let's face it, not every figure is going to be an artisan. You know what I'm saying? Not every figure is going to be an artisan. Not every figure is going to be 2.0 to 3.0. You know what I'm saying? I have the Luke and Han Stormtrooper. I don't think we're going to get an artisan of that, not anytime soon anyway. So definitely want to keep those things in your collection. But when we look at the top tier characters, your Lukes, your Iron Men, your Anakins, your Darth Vaders, they're always going to improve on these things. And when you look at it like that, it is kind of like, damn, I have this today. I'm happy with it. But could it be better? Could it be better? How much better can it get? So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
But then too, I have a lot of sideshow stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm not getting rid of, period.
Yeah.
It's because I like to go back and do a montage of where they started and where they're at.
Yes.
And that way, when you look at a collection, you can turn around and say, whoa, I can see this is an early figure. I can see this is back when they first got started. And then you look at from where they started and look at how things are now and how technology changed, how the competition made them do better.
Yes.
because we have is one piece with two pieces. I'm thinking a whole Hot Toys jump on is the Hoth Luke and the Hoth Han.
Yes.
Oh gosh, baby.
Hell yeah.
Those still from Sideshow still hold up well.
They do
for their age.
They're nice.
Do some work, but they still hold up well for their age.
Yeah.
So I like picking older pieces just for that to see, like, okay, I can see where
it shows you that evolution.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And some of those figures they're not going to, and let's face it, some of those figures Hot Toys is not going to touch, or they're not going to get to them until years from now. So you definitely want to keep those in your collection. Absolutely.
It's it's great that you jumped into this, Jay, because and second brother, I feel you. I mean, that's why I have my DX07. I did just like, man, it's the first Star Wars Hot Toy ever. And you have that comparison, and you got that nostalgia, and you got that piece of history, and you're able to compare and that type of thing. And I tell you what, I think, for so many people that watch us and look to channel creators and other people within the community that have been collecting, hey, what should I do? It's hard. I don't necessarily know if there's a right or wrong answer, but if you do what's going to float your boat, I think that's I don't think that there are some things that you would do that you would regret doing, and they're like, oh, I shouldn't have sold that, or darn, why did I do that? That type of thing. But you bring up a great point, like with this evolution of, with InArt coming out with great figures that cost money. And now you're getting this artisan line. And, people are thinking about, like, hey, you're talking about Star Wars that do back $700 if you want the whole set. Sometimes you start thinking, hey, how do I conjure up all that money? Because figures you're talking about in the past that used to be 220, 215, 230, 240 bucks.
Right.
Now you're starting to calculate, hey, I'm going to get this Gandalf. I'm going to get that Anakin. I'm going to get that Dewback. I'm going to get that. Now you just got four figures. You're at like $2,200, $2,500. So
when you get into this,
it's hard.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yep.
So something you have to give up. I know for me doing this, I used to be a drag racing nut. I'm out there sitting there working on a car, building a car, going out racing for money and slips and all this stuff. I used to do that years ago. But now, when I had a little macho, responsibilities, you start slowing down. It's like, look, I'm doing this is at a calculated risk every time I race. So the money from going from that into this is just like, just swapping out different shirts, because you turn and look at it as a whole. Collecting these figures is just like damn near drag racing, because it costs just the same amount of money.
Yep,
same amount of money per figure.
I'll tell you, like with me, and Big Brother, I used to be Mr. High Fashion, Mr. Gucci Prada, and all that stuff, and buying sneakers buying Jordans every other week and stuff like that. And I had a kid, so all that had to stop. That's one. That's one that had to stop. And then even if you had the money to buy Gucci Prada, that stuff don't look good with baby throw up on it. Trust me, it doesn't. But also, I grew up out of that, and I was like, I enjoy collecting more than anything than just buying some high end fashion and wearing it a couple times and throw it in the closet. I like art. I look at these things as like high end pieces of art. So for me, making that transition, and like you said, Big Bro, letting something go and sacrificing, that was easy for me because we've always collected, just never on this level. This is the big boy, the big boy collecting. It was we started.
You brought me into this. You brought me into this with that Michael Jackson Thriller. That you opened up Christmas morning, and I looked at it and said, let me take a look at this thing. I'm like, damn, this thing is amazing.
Yeah.
And actually, I stopped collecting. I stopped collecting. Actually, I stopped collecting. Period. I stopped collecting comics.
Yeah.
I stopped collecting figures because everything was just like being rewashed. I'm talking about stopping from McFarlane when they started reproducing things and Toy Biz and all this stuff. I just completely stopped, tapped out. But then when I saw that Hot Toys, this is different level right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the first one, the actual first Hot Toy that I purchased was the OT Obi-Wan.
That's a great figure.
Dude, when I saw that, when I got it in hand, man, I was on Sideshow's page almost like every day ordering figures.
Yeah, when he got Alec Guinness, because he was collecting a lot of Sideshow, and I was telling him, I was like, bro, them Sideshows are great. And he got some, no, don't get me wrong, he got some Sideshow Grails, stuff you can't even find anymore. But when he got that Alec Guinness, that Sir Alec Guinness, it was on a whole nother. He saw it. He was like, "Oh no!"
It grabs you. But I tell you what, it's an interesting conversation, and what always have done right, and why I'm so passionate about the market. Everybody knows I do market stuff. Is I have regretted things in the past. I come from the vintage, vintage carded and vintage box figures, and I did regret that I had to sell a certain amount of figures to get a grail that I was looking for, which was a mint on card Vital Cape Jawa. And it was glorious. But the one thing I was able to do after I regretted it is I was able to get the money was equal because I pay attention to the market. So if I know I want to get out of something or I know I want to get back into it, I'm not losing a whole lot, or sometimes I'm gaining instead of it going downhill. You know what I'm saying? Which has been happening with some of these 6 scale figures, you guys know, over the last year that just won't go out of stock, and then they're just not selling in a bunch of places. But that's why I pay attention to those things, because sometimes if I ever feel froggy and I want to sell something, or it's like, hey, for whatever reason, I'm changing focus, I'm able to go ahead and do that. And if I change my mind, I could usually go ahead and get it because I invested in these. Okay. Unless I don't pay attention. It's like, darn, I got stuff here that's worth $50 now. And I can't get it. So it's really interesting playing this game, guys. It really is.
Absolutely. Definitely. You got 9. Before we continue with you and Lumi, I definitely want to get your opinion on this. We got 90 in here, guys. Thank you so much. I know it's a slow news week and everything like that, but guys, thank you so much for being here. And remember to hit that like button. Also put a poll in the chat, just to see who's interested in getting this Pennywise. So definitely make sure y'all hit that up. Dude, yes. Hold on, I gotta bring this up. My guy, Wayman 42. He was like, "Yes, brother Cousins, I'm humbled, brother. I owe you a dinner and drinks if we ever meet up." Yes, I sold him my DX07, and yes, DX07 is the first Hot Toys Star Wars figure that Hot Toys produced. So yes, you got a Grail, bro.
It's an amazing set.
And it is an amazing set. It is. The new one is. I love the new one, but yeah, man, that weather vane and.
The weather vane is
it's a piece. Wayman, when I boxed it up, dude, it was hard. I was like, damn, am I doing the right thing? I was like, yeah, I am, but it's going to
if I was there, sorry, Windman, if I was there, little bro would have been taking a nap. I would have left a check on his chest, and that box would have came with me.
He's not
lying. You're lucky, Windman.
He's not lying. He probably would have done it.
Oh, I am not. Because that DX07 is very, very personal to me. Because that of any other figure, I have not searched for any other figure besides that DX07. And I probably will search for another figure like that.
You did.
I went for the DX07.
It holds up today. It really does. It's funny. You compare the new one to that old one. You see the improvements, but it's still damn good. It'll always be good.
it's still it's a what it is. It's a classic. And women, I'm not going to share it because it's his business. I'll let him share that story. But he told me, he shared me a story about him and his, him seeing that movie with his mom, and looking at that brought him back to that. So, if I can, it went to a good place. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's one thing to sell something, because sometimes I've sold things to people and you could just know, like, you gonna resell this shit and flip it. You're like, ugh. You could just tell. You're like, I don't even want to let it go. But then when you sell it to somebody and you see how they are about it and it makes them happy, I ain't gonna lie, that it makes me happy too. It does. So
it's funny that you say that, because the gentleman that sold me my DX07, and when I finally, because I was on like literally a 4-year hunt for it.
Yep.
And I just woke up in the middle of the night, like it was just calling to you. I just woke up in the middle of the night, like 2:30 in the morning, open up eBay and look, and damn, it was there. And I actually, got into a chat conversation with the person that's selling it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I really want to get it. And, he had it for a bid. And I'm like, look, I have this right now. I want to get it from you right now. And he was just like, how bad do you want it? I was like, look, I have the visions of Vader telling Luke he's his father, and how that carried with me in 1980, and how much I was a Star Wars fan, and how, I took ass whippings for Darth Vader growing up in the neighborhood, because I was a straight up Star Wars nerd. And when I told him, like, hey, I am like, one of the most diehard fans that you can get, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sell it to you, because at least I know it's going to a good home. At least I know it's good home.
Yeah.
So you get with collectors that have personal connections with these figures.
Exactly.
And that's another thing, is like, when we had these collections, is that each piece brings out a certain feeling. Like, I'm sitting here right now looking at Zod.
Mm-hmm.
Zod, yeah.
And I'm looking at Zod, and I'm just looking at the Flash, and I'm just sitting up there like, if you have any underrated villain that has came out in the DCU, that's one right there.
All right, let me ask you a question about the Flash. Do you regret that you bought the Flash before the Flash movie came out and they put out that awesome one, or are you happy you got that one and are going to get the new one too, with the whole
I'm
head
happy
sculpt?
with the one I have.
That's what I figured.
Time. Yeah, I mean, because it's 4 different times.
Yeah,
and that's the thing where you get into, is I'm not a fan of 2.0s and 3.0s and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Unless they do drastic changes that need to be happening. Like the Black Panther, compared to what I saw and what you guys, I'm like, okay, this justifies a 2.0.
Completely.
The Iron Man that they came out with, they put it together. That justifies.
Completely.
Do you feel that way about DX25, DX24?
And the loop, I kind of don't.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't.
That's where we.
What I don't like about it, I don't like that you don't get the. I mean, it doesn't have the battle damage version, so they're going to kind of probably suck you in with that.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, if you try and put it side to side, ain't no way in the hell Luke with that skin tight skin suit that he got on gonna be fighting Vader without him having to rip up his pants.
And that's where we both, like I said, and that's where we kind of differ, because I love the new one. I think it's so I think it's a upgrade. I think, and that doesn't mean that the old one is bad. It's just I don't need 2 of them in my collection. And if I need, I'm getting another one, but I don't need 2 sets. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I can be nostalgic, and I was going to keep it because I'm like, okay, this is the very first Hot Toy Star Wars, and that's why I want to keep it. But it's not if it's boxed up and it's out of sight and out of mind, I don't need it. That's just where I'm at.
It's what you get. It's what you get, and the feeling that you get out of your collection. Out of your collection.
Yeah.
And that's what makes everything unique and makes this community different, because everyone has a different take, a different feel on their collection and what it brings out for them.
Absolutely.
It's like, if you get into this just for the latest and greatest, you want to just run out and jump again, you're in the wrong line. You're gonna be in a world of hurt, because you're gonna be sitting up there with a whole bunch of figures you really don't care nothing about.
That is
Yep.
that's
going to be taking up
very
space.
true. Yes,
You're
sir.
going to be taking up space, and that telling that if you got a significant other that is supportive of your collection, then you got to deal with that friction, because then they're going to be like, oh, well, you just don't really pay attention to it. You just basically throwing money out the window.
Just throwing money out the window. You're not
Yeah,
even buying
and
with
you
your
dealing with
heart.
But
Right.
you got to be frugal. You've got to be pointed.
smart.
You got to, especially right now, you're 100% right. There's a lot of stuff coming out. You can anticipate what's coming out, you know, saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to go ahead and invest in, and realize you can't get every darn thing, because otherwise you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Absolutely.
Real quick, fast,
Mm-hmm.
and in a hurry.
Absolutely. I want to go to Lumi on this. Want to get her opinion. But before we do that, I got to bring this guy in. Hardest working man on YouTube. I don't know how this does this shit. Damn, it's hard. It's hard. 1/6ScaleMan Leo. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
How you doing, bro?
How's everybody doing, man?
Good to have you here, my brother.
Good.
Absolutely. Before we go to you on this question, we're talking about looking towards the future of collecting. We just want to get, Lumi, your opinion on that. No, we talked about, a lot of things here. We talked about, upgrading 2.0s, the direction. If I got one figure today, it looks good, but should I get rid of it and move on to a figure that will come out in the future, maybe better, or artisan or something like that? Just your thoughts on all that.
Well, I think because of the lack of diversity, I'm really not as big on 2.0s, because those resources could be going to make something we haven't seen before.
Yes,
that
sir.
time
Yes,
in the factory could go to them making an Okoye. Like,
yes,
I don't understand. But I just wish that, people who want the figure, who didn't get on the first batch, those 2.0s are perfect, because they get a chance to get the figure without paying, the high prices for, like collecting backwards. So I basically think that the future is going to look more female, because of like all these shows, female protagonists, women are in power in these shows. So you guys just get ready. Like that, if a new Ahsoka comes out, I might get it, depending if the head sculpt looks more like Rosario, maybe. But I'm happy with the Ahsoka I have. So I mean, it's not really too much. And like, like Wonder Woman, they got like how many Wonder Woman has Hot Toys done?
Shit, like
10.
It's done a lot.
So many.
Now
Yeah,
I can see you.
I ask your
Leo has all of them. He has all but the new one, the artisan one. But I'm looking for that one definitive Wonder Woman. I have my golden armor, which is a good stand-in for right now, but I want that classic suit, original suit Wonder Woman. And if I have to wait for InArt to do it, I'm gonna wait for InArt. So it's like the future's gonna look good with all these female. I'm a female figure collector.
Yes.
So that's gonna be I'm gonna be poor in the future.
I like that Luminar. I just got the Ahsokas we're talking about. I opened it just recently and I love it. I love that one. So I'm kind of satisfied. I got the DX21 version of it. I wish that version would have came with the stand base, because I'm like, oh, why didn't it come with it? But I'm curious to see like the new one, because I really think they can do a little bit better on the head sculpt with it. But I like this DX one, so I'm very curious. Like they're going to do one with the show.
Yeah.
Are they going to do another DX of her? Is it going to be different? Maybe they would just do a quarter scale. Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh my god.
Yeah, man, that would be amazing. I think they need to do one, because another one, just because I think, like you said, Aries, that head sculpt can be a little bit more refined. It could look a little bit more like Rosario. I think the lips should be a little different. I think even her head shape is not, the figure doesn't. That's not Rosario's head shape. They have everything else, but it can, the likeness could be it's like maybe 85% there. I think at the point what they're doing with how they're doing figures now, I think they can hit 90 to 100. They can hit 95 to 100 easily with the paint applications that they're using.
Well, look what they just did with the WandaVision, the Scarlet Witch, with the Casca, with the Fennec. Those are over 90. Yeah,
well over 90.
When that Reva comes out,
oh man,
all the haters. I hate the character, but the figure.
That figure is gonna be.
Everybody's gonna buy that figure.
I hate the character.
Yeah.
I just said I hate the character. I'm echoing what the people were saying. I love the actress.
I love the Obi-Wan series.
The character was fine for me. I didn't have no like big gripes about it. But that head sculpt on that figure, if it looks like the
prototype,
oh my god.
Everybody's gonna want that figure. I know all the people that were talking shit, they're even gonna be like, everybody's gonna buy that figure. I can already see it. She may sit.
Well, it's been waitlisted forever, dude.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about anymore? Am I still in 2021? What am I talking about? shit don't sit no more.
And all those jokes, and all those jokers that they're making them comments and all that other crap. They know they ordered one. They know they're gonna be gawking over it. You know, some people made some accusations about us fellas gawking over figures.
But I'm telling you what, it's the same.
We know that's gonna happen. So
at Second Brother, it's gonna be the same thing with that Supergirl. They're gonna nail it. It's gonna be phenomenal, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh man, I know they're gonna hit it. I know they're gonna nail it."
And that Supergirl. Hot Toys really owe us as collectors and purchasing their products over the years. They owe us a redo of that head sculpt.
Oh, we're gonna get it.
They're gonna do
that film again, and
they have to.
Right.
Okay, that girl is that. Sorry, that young lady is beautiful.
It's gorgeous, man.
And they just didn't. That honestly, they had to. What that looked like to me, and I've said it before. I'll say it again. What it looked like to me, it looked like that they were contractually obligated to put that product out at a certain point of time. They knew that movie was slipping. It was heading towards being a bomb. So they had to get it out, and the sculpt wasn't ready. That's what it looks like. It wasn't ready. That's what it looks like to me. So we'll definitely get another one. Before we continue, want to give a shout out to my brother of another Mafia. What's up with you, Mafia? How you doing, bro? He said, "What's up, all? Hit that like button. Let's get to 100. Yes, people. We at 95. Come on, get them numbers up. I need that big number energy. I need it. But Leo, brother." Looking towards the future of collecting as we, look at what we have today, appreciate what we have today, but also know in the back of our mind, 2.0s and artisans and all that good shit is right around the corner. Your thoughts on that and how we navigate through that?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just worth waiting to see, because the thing is, it's like, I'm just learning not to really speculate as much. I know there's a hell of a lot that's coming. I kind of echo, I was thinking about this because it's funny that we were, the topic you were just talking about. I was looking at all the figures that I had, and the figures that stand out, the figures that have the most presence in my collection are the female-centered figures, because they have the most presence. They have dynamically, there's certain things that you can do with them, and they do complement other figures. Talk about Reva. People show you who they are, who they really, really, really are. You know what I mean? This is basically where it's at. They show you who they are. And they try to hide behind it, but they expose themselves for who they really are. That character, look, I enjoyed the character for what it was and what she was given on the show. The amount of hate that she got, it was appalling, bro. It was the nastiest thing that I've ever seen. When you give that character that much hate. Same as the Supergirl figure when that was released. Some of the things that I heard about that, you know what I mean? It was just really, really crazy, bro. Yeah. Right now, it's just like, when I think about it, I'm just like, first of all, before we get anything we gotta get our minds right, bro. Like straight up. Like we gotta start, like literally, man, like some of the things that are said that are so offensive, bro. Like people just have to kind of walk some of that back and just be more civil. It's okay to say that you don't like something or you just didn't enjoy the character. So you didn't enjoy the character, but when you get offensive, and you start challenging a person's personal, it just, to me, it just doesn't work. And I look forward to those figures. I definitely, because I know Hot Toys will basically nail it. But also Echo and Lumi, they need to stop giving us, honestly, at this particular point, bro. They really, really need to stop giving us 2.0s. Like they need to stop dipping in the well. If you have a franchise that, or you have an IP that you can pretty much kind of go through and just say, look, well, let me pluck this, because there's people who actually want those. Like, for instance, right now, bro, there's 2 Inquisitors that we still don't have.
Yeah.
Like we still don't have, and you've basically shown these, and we
They
still
look good too.
don't have them, and they look great. Like, I don't know what you're waiting on for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it's so many other figures that, literally we could be getting, but they're focusing on giving us yet another Iron Man, or they're giving us another interpretation of something that we've already seen. And that's all fine and dandy, man. But at the same time, like, you can't pretend that you know what the North American market wants. You know what I mean? Because you don't. You know what I mean? It's you a lot. Us over here, we enjoy content. We enjoy different characters. I mean, come on, to have a Black Panther, or to release Wakanda Forever, and to only get a Shuri Black Panther figure when there were so many dynamically correct and incredible figures in that film, and you don't give us the rest. That right there, bro, it says a lot. Miss Marvel basically dropped about a year ago. Still don't have that figure.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, literally now, we've had this discussion. I've had this discussion on my show, on other shows in the past, and people wanted me to mute the jargon. They didn't want me to talk about it because they didn't want me to challenge Hot Toys for their preference of giving us more diversity in figures. And they just wanted me to shut up. And I said, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm just not, because I feel as though there needs to be a bit more diversity in figures. Now, with that being said, Hot Toys has shown that they're doing it, and they are listening, because they are giving us more diversity in collections. I just think that they need to kind of open the wings a bit more, instead of going back, giving us 2.0 options. And I know a lot of people want it, and that's fine and dandy, but literally, and I'm just being completely honest, bro, that Wonder Woman looks good, but the head sculpt is similar. And it's nothing that's a far cry from what we've already gotten. I'm not saying it doesn't look good, but I just think they could have gave us a Linda Carter. They could have did something else, bro. Like, they literally could.
Yeah.
Look,
you know what I mean? And people would have gotten it. I would have.
I'm right with you.
I have it. She's right over here on the table. But I tell you right now, if they would have gave me a Linda Carter, I would have sold her ass. So, I'm just saying, if I would have got a Linda Carter, I would. I need a Linda Carter. I need that.
I'm just saying, bro, like, people would have. I mean, there's certain figures that I think that they have money sitting on the table that they're missing, bro, because I think people would get, like, literally they're just skipping over, because people would dip in and get these figures if given a chance. And I just don't think that they're giving us a chance. They're not giving us a chance to really do it.
If they're concerned about money, they could do limited runs. They don't have to put out 3,000, 4,000 or whatever. They could turn around and put limited runs that test the water. And this is what they're doing that. Yeah.
They would bring in so many more people. The reason I collect is because of that Shuri. That Shuri was the first figure I ever purchased.
There you go.
And I wanted a Koye. I went to Sideshow looking, because I seen, Charlemagne Prime and all these other people talk about figures growing up. And so I was like, okay, Hot Toys. I went there specifically looking for if they were going to do an Okoye. And I didn't see a Okoye. So I was like, ooh, I get Shuri. She's the reason I collect. If they make these more diverse characters, they will get more people collecting.
And that's the same thing with, like, the Mandalorian. It gets me disappointed, because you're giving me a 2.0 with Paz Vizsla. Who cares that his name was Heavy Infantry Mandalorian? You're going to give me another armor, and you're giving me more Death Watch type Mandalorians. They're colorful, but can I please get a Paley Moto? Can I please get a Grief Karga? I want to build this collect. Why are you giving us that? Take all that money from that other stuff and give me Carl Weathers already. All 3 seasons, even more than. I don't think Paley was in season 1. He was.
Yeah. But you know, the biggest problem is, and this is me playing devil's advocate, bro, because I have to look at it also from Hot Toys' perspective. We have a Cyborg. We had a Lando Calrissian that they basically released.
Yeah.
We had all these figures that they gave us that were diverse, but people just weren't putting the money where their mouth is.
Lando is still sitting. Lando
is
came
still
out
sitting,
2
bro.
years ago. Hold on. Now, how the hell y'all gonna let my figure? How you gonna let my figure sit in the bargain bin, baby? I thought we was better than that.
Yeah, bro.
You wonder why I don't go on Brother Cousins anymore.
Yeah, bro.
Until I sell out, I won't be on the show. Thank you,
bro.
Dude, every OT figure out there is like how much money? It's a complete mystery to me.
It is like that's what I'm saying. Like how many people were basically asking? Okay, case in point, how many people were asking for Mace Windu? Now we haven't. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen, because here's the thing. It's still available for pre-order. It's still there. It is still up for pre-order. It's not one of those things where it's waitlisted or it's low batch or nothing like that. It is still available for pre-order. So let's see what people are going to do when that figure's released. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see, because I mean, the figure's dope. It look like Calvin. But I'm just saying, I want to see what and how once they basically release that figure, people have to put their money where their mouth is and do it. I know you want to go to Calvin though, because Calvin
Calvin been waiting for.
Like, man.
Hold on, I gotta say this, Calvin. I'm so sorry, because how my screen is, I didn't see you at the bottom, and then I was like, "Oh, let me go look at the private chat." I was like, "Oh shit, you've been waiting for 10 minutes."
What y'all don't understand? I was scarfing down food. I was trying to make up for lost time. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm just happy I was able to make it. What's up, everybody?
Like,
I apologize for being late.
Like,
put his head on Mace Window tonight. Watch.
That's perfect.
Meme perfect. I cannot wait.
Don't make me pull out a saber right now. So I can to work with.
Yes, Loki Window is coming tonight, bro.
Come with it.
Definitely. But bro, how you doing, bro? What's going on with you, brother?
Long day, just happy to be here, relax. After I get off with y'all, going to the movies with the wife. Equalizer 3 dropped tonight.
Yeah.
How was it?
I haven't seen it yet. We're gonna see it
drops tonight. Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna have to get the late show. I gotta see that. No, that's my man right there.
Yeah.
One other question, second brother. Did you get your delivery? Because I've been tracking it since it left.
I didn't get. I probably get it. Yeah, I think it's due to be here tomorrow.
It said it made it. It said it delivered.
Oh, it did.
So it said you may want to check.
Check your box, bro.
Yeah, go check my
box, bro. Yes, but yeah, Calvin. So just getting your opinion on that. We talk about.
I can do that right now.
We kind of we were kind of talking about. We were kind of a little on both ends of the spectrum. Said looking towards the future of collecting, like with 2.0s and the figures that, appreciating the figures that we have today, but also knowing that some better versions, some artisan stuff or whatever may be down the line. How do you feel about that? Just your thoughts.
So real quick, let me start with this. Y'all been preaching for the last hour. I've been listening. So what can I say that hasn't already been said? That's the first thing. The one thing I say is buckle up. If you're going to take this ride, buckle up, get ready, because they're coming for us. I'm already having to make decisions of, like, I've got things that are paid off, and I'm like, I don't even want that no more. So let me take these funds and
that's right.
Let me get this back and put it over here, because that's where I'm at now. So I'm like, I don't need to double up on things anymore. So that's where I'm at. But as far as these 2.0s, I believe it was Lumi that said, why can't we get other characters that we haven't gotten yet? Put those funds and resources to other things that we haven't gotten.
Yeah, bro.
There's a plethora of things that we don't have that we go, come on now, we already know. The chat knows that everybody's listing all the names in the chat I've been watching. Just do right. Just come with it. But as far as what they got coming for us, like I said, because they're not scaling back at all. Everything I see is just another dollar amount. And I'm already where I'm already tiered out because I'm like, I already hit third scale, and I'm like, I don't need to go nowhere near past that. So I'm scaling it all the way back right now. My man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Ooh, what's that?
They literally must just drop this off.
We gonna have a live unboxing? Okay.
I mean, we could do a double.
We got a lot of boxes, second brother.
That's probably one of 8. What the hell?
Yeah, what is that, man? It's rubbing. What the?
That's not me.
Who's that?
I don't know. It sounds like somebody eating cornflakes on it.
Calvin, sadly,
Calvin.
Sadly, Calvin, it's you. Yeah, problems with the mic. Problems with the mic.
Make me get ready to say, keep your hands out your laps.
What did bro say? Mafia said. He says
Oh,
the only problem is limited. He says limited would be way less than their typical run, which would be less than 1,000 units. So if they do those figures, will be 500 plus to cover the cost on production. Sadly, yeah. So if you want limited figures, you're gonna have to pay higher prices. And the thing of it is, if people are not paying for the figures that are already there that we have, guys.
Exactly.
This is why
that's the biggest problem, bro.
It comes
People
down to
aren't
numbers.
basically spending money. They're not buying the figures that are actually there. Now, I don't know if it's just Hot Toys overestimating at that point. It could be that, but at the same time, it's a couple of different reasons. Like, there are people who are asking for these figures don't really want them as bad as they say they do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or again, I think they should start doing it. Like for instance, like HasLab does it, where you have to. Yeah, they should start doing it that way, where people basically vote with your money, man. If you want it, you know what I mean, and you put in for it, and once that, the contributions rack up, then yeah, they'll do it at that point. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a paradox, though. The way they got it set up, it's like. They don't make the figures because people don't buy them, but they don't buy them because they don't make them. Like,
yeah,
how you gonna justify?
It's such a tricky situation, man.
Oh, hold up. We gonna hold on.
Thank you, my brother.
What you got there? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
bro, you gonna love it. You gonna love it.
Oh, you definitely gonna love that.
You gonna love it, bro. Oh, yeah. It is.
It's an amazing figure, bro.
It is.
Articulation and everything, and contrary to what people keep saying, that head sculpt is noticeably different.
Way different.
It's noticeably different, bro. It is almost accustomed to the prototype, the first prototype we got.
It's really almost what
exactly
it is.
Like that's what it is.
I think that's what it is, Leo. I think it's that that's what we should have got for the 2018. Yeah, the 2018 film version. That's what we should have got.
Actually, this figure is not going to be in my collection. I have an actual memorial for my mom and dad that's up in my living room, and that's where that figure is going.
Oh, okay.
Because I know if my dad was alive and the Black Panther came out, I would never hear the end of it.
Yeah, bro.
He would be there watching that film like he used to watch Enter the Dragon, like on rotation.
Yeah, bro.
Because he's all about, you guys saw, my shirt last night. My dad was a member of the DC branch when he came home from Vietnam.
Yeah.
So I know that is very personal to him, and that's where that figure's
That's a lovely contribution, bro, and a tribute, bro. Straight up. That is, because it's funny that, and I'm gonna say this, bro, but you can smell the difference. Literally, you can smell the difference once you take it out the box. You can smell the difference, even from just the material used for the suit, and that's why it's always been my favorite suit. Lumi, you have to probably get that. It's a dope. I'm telling you, it is an amazing figure to have.
I got it pre-ordered. It just They
They
just
didn't
haven't
send it
taken
yet.
my last payment out to ship it to me yet.
Yeah,
You're gonna get it.
and to have that next to Shuri is going to be incredible.
They look
Like literally,
they look good together, brother.
it'll
and sister,
definitely look
and
good
that
together.
one, because the sculpt on Shuri is far. I mean, that is probably one of the best sculpts ever.
When they do
Yeah.
black female characters, they kill the head sculpts. Like
Yes, they do.
I haven't seen a bad one.
They have,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Want to give a
Anytime
shout out.
anything has some box braids look right. I showed that Valkyrie to people. I'm talking about people that's outside the community and show it to a female. They be like, "Damn, this is
Look good, right?
good."
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So when
Can't
they
wait.
do it right. And
Yeah.
we could say that they don't slouch when they do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Want to give a shout out to my guy, my other brother from another mother. Toy Quest 101, Miguel. Check him out. He got a live, I believe he has a live stream tomorrow. Miguel, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't make it last week, and then I had to jet out the week before. But brother, I'm gonna try to get on there tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. You'll have me, absolutely. And I got you on here next week. Definitely, y'all make sure y'all go ahead. I mean, this man got way more subscribers. He got more subscribers than God. Oops, didn't mean to say that, but it's the truth. But make sure y'all watch his stream tomorrow night, and make sure that you subscribe and watch Toy Quest 101. He just put out a video today, I believe. I think he just put out a video today. And make sure give a belated happy birthday to his daughter, Ileana. She turned 16 last week. Definitely. Make sure y'all do that. Do that for the brother.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. But shoot, it's almost I was only planning to do to 10 o'clock tonight, and I gotta stick to that. And I just realized this whole time we've been talking about hot toys, but we haven't talked about any of the latest hot toys. So we got to talk about this guy right here. Now, I kind of know, it kind of trails on to what we were just talking about. We want new stuff. They give us a bunch of 2.0s. We got so many Boba Fetts. There's 3.
So many.
So many. But damn, this one looks good, man.
So more should have a percentage of hot toys. He should have
he must do.
You're right, Louis. You're right.
I want to see that.
All the clones.
I wonder what that deal looks like. He must be getting paid hand over damn fist for real.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But Aries, we're gonna go to you real quick. Your thoughts on this let me change the title. But your thoughts on this Boba Fett, man.
Honestly, my problem with it is it's to me it's stupid that it doesn't come with a Tamora Morrison head sculpt.
Yep.
It would have they could have had an opportunity there to do something with that. So I'm disappointed in that regard that it doesn't come with a Tamora Morrison head sculpt. I mean, I'm one of the people here. I'm enjoying the Ahsoka series so much, but I enjoyed the Mandalorian season 3 a lot. I enjoyed this a lot. I will say, for a lot of people, this show, the first 4 episodes with the Tusken Raiders didn't float a whole lot of people's boat. I get it. It was, slow for some people. What's going on?
I loved it.
I loved it, though. I loved it. And sure, the action picked up with Luke and the Mando and the armor and all that stuff with the last 3 episodes, and it was great. I love I like the show. Like I said before, I like the Obi-Wan series. I'm liking all of it. That being said, there's no head sculpt. It's a shame. I feel like I don't like it with that. That being said, so I'm not going to get this. I have the other 2. I have the 2-pack set that comes with the head sculpt. I got the one on the throne. So they're not going to get my money on this one. That being said, this one's going to be worth some money because it waitlisted very, very, very quickly. And it's Boba Fett. And I could see from the market trends already, it's kind of going in that Cad Bane category because this is going to be that unique paint job and with the boots and some of the other subtleties there. And there's not going to be a whole lot of them. So honestly, I think that's where this one's going to go. I mean, it's Boba Fett. It's nice. I mean, these pictures look good. It goes great with Cad Bane. Honestly, I don't even care about this part with him with Cad Bane. I want Cad Bane to go with the Timothy Oliphant.
Me
Oh,
too.
Banff was the scene. Honestly, the thing that's the most exciting to me about this, I'll be honest with you, and I haven't been able to ascertain what they're doing, but with that freaking Rancor picture,
Ooh, Lord.
that's what's
Talk
got
to me
me
now.
wondering. I mean, you're gonna put the picture up, and what the frack is that? What are we looking at? When with that, I mean, that's insanity to me.
Mhm.
And when you look at the design line in it or what that is, I don't know. I feel like it would be monstrous. I mean, because this thing is gigantic. So you talk about the dewback being bigger than the blurg.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is this like a kit bash that
What? Let's see.
what is this?
What I like about this picture, if you look at like, if you look at my man Cad Bane, he looking like, where the hell you get that? Looking like,
I
what
mean,
the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this? I don't know what this is. That's got to be interesting.
I mean, it just looked like something that they cobbled together. You know what I'm saying? Just to get us talking. That's the major thing. I'm gonna go to low key on this, man. Calvin, what you think about this, bro?
Real quick, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for the show coming up here. We got Uncivilized here in a few.
Okay.
So I got to kind of get ready for that, man. But thanks for having me here, man. We already talked about it yesterday. You already know how I feel.
Hell yeah.
It's tough. It's tough because I like it, and I have the other one with the head sculpt, and I can swap it out if I wanted to. But it is what you want. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for having me, bro. I got to dip out of here, man.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, peace. See y'all later, man.
Later.
Calvin, your thoughts on this piece, bro? Is this going to be in your collection? And are we getting a Rancor?
Is this my real voice? That's the first question.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
But remember, I just said I'm scaling back, so I have the arena suit Fett. I don't have another Fett in my collection yet. The good thing is, like you guys said, there's plenty of them to pick from. So I don't know which one I want yet. I'm thinking I want the throne to go with Finnick.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, this looks fire. That looks dope. Like I said, I don't have any of them ordered. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with. But right now, it's trying to figure out one with space and what I want to go with. What look I want to go with. So that's where I'm at right now. Otherwise, this looks good.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I mean, you don't need to get the throne to make this work with Finnick. You can have, the reclaimed armor, the bird poop one, and have him there with Finnick because she was there. You know what I'm saying? So that works too. Or you can do, you can do the look from Book of Boba Fett. So it's kind of modular how they set it, how they set them up.
Does Cobb Vanth have? That's the dirty armor, right?
That's the dirty armor. Yeah.
Okay, because I do have that coming. So maybe I'll get a clean version since I already have that coming.
That makes sense. Yeah. And the armor's removable. So that works too. That definitely works.
This looks good. It's Boba.
It does. Big bro. Now, Big Bro ain't gonna tell y'all, but he also, I'm gonna tell it because he always telling embarrassing stories about me. So I'll tell one on him. I got one. He got his ass whooped for Boba Fett. His mother used to tell that story all the time. He came out the theater. I want Boba Fett. Where's my Boba Fett? We talk about the classic Boba Fett with the rocket that shot out that they took off the market and all that. The classic one.
Yeah, my mother got suckered into to send back.
That's what happened?
Yeah, she got suckered into to send it back. They're supposed to send her a replacement, so it's a different figure, and they never sent anything.
Was it a recall on it?
Freaking Kenner.
Yeah, because I think a child got the missile used to come out, and they did that along with the Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, the Viper and the
Viper. Right, one of the missiles went up a child's nose.
Oh god!
So they took it off. They pretty much like snatched it from that point, and then they did a thing of you either send your new figure and all this other stuff. You send it back, and my mother tried to put it in a card. And I remember the whole process. Never got anything back.
Those ones that aren't on the springs that don't like that don't like shoot out, they're expensive.
Very.
Yeah,
With the Raider and the freaking Viper.
I think the missile version of that Boba Fett, I think it goes like almost damn near $20,000 now.
I know it's some big one. That's that big collector money like that right there. Shit. You talking about selling one figure, finance your whole Hot Toys collection for 2 years.
You got one that's carded that that was on eBay not too long ago, couple years. It's close to $1 million. It was crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was insane.
But just
it was the only one. It was one that was like a prototype carded that had, from Kenner, when they're showing these things around.
Hey, look, then piggyback off a little, bro. That is a very, very true story. I went through my my ADHD meltdown for Boba Fett. And when you're talking about getting your ass whooped in levels, that's why I got whooped. My Lord, when we talk about that, people would consider it child abuse. And the only thing I would say to that is I never went to jail and never served time, and my mother did what she had to do.
There you go.
And she turned around, will whoop my ass and take a cigarette break. And she never smoked a cigarette to the filter. She'd smoke it right where that sign says Newport and go back to whipping my ass again. And I would tell you, I deserved every bit of it because I was bad as hell. If it wasn't for me, well, hold on, statute of limitations. Well, I got caught for that. From burning up trash cans and setting up firecrackers, throwing it at girls while they double dutching and all. I did all that. And then I had my dad that was a Vietnam vet that was teaching me how to make Claymore mines out of Play-Doh and fire and M80. So,
Jesus Christ.
Michael Bean loved that story when I met him. He sat, we had a con, and I told him that story, and we actually were standing in the same hotel together. And I told him that he could have busted a stitch laughing at that. So that was my dad. My dad, man, woof. And I would tell you, if he was alive, he'd be on the stream. He'd probably be sitting right next to me talking all kinds of craziness. Make the show very entertaining. But
yeah, he would.
Very entertaining. So, but Boba Fett is almost, if I had to put a scale of who do I love the most, Boba Fett or Vader, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It's tough.
That's a tough one for me. Because I think I had the same. I think Vader would tip the scale a little bit, but Boba Fett, shit, you cannot go wrong. I just can't wait when they come out with the second volume of Book of Boba Fett, and he just says, "Screw all of y'all, I'm going to do what I need to do."
Well, they already confirmed that Tamora Morrison is coming back as Boba Fett, so that's good news.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. But your thoughts just on the figure itself. Is this one that you're going to be adding to your collection?
Oh, dude. I missed out. It was funny because you're going through your orders and you're thinking like, okay, I know it's something that I missed. And I was on the stream with you guys and damn it, it's Boba Fett. And I was getting ready to click on it. Damn, I was on the stream with you guys and it went waitlisted right at that moment.
Oh, so it's our fault.
Good distraction, but I immediately did a waitlist and the waitlist converted. So the waitlist converted. I have it. I don't think it's not coming yet, but it's already paid off. And this one right here, man, it's you have so many options of posing this figure, especially if you purchase every damn Mandalorian that came out.
Yeah.
So, I already say I can match him up with the Chrome or the first edition so-called Chrome. You could do so much with this.
It's insane.
Isn't it
I'm
a
looking
third
at the
party
set
that's
right
coming
here
out
with
with a
the-
diorama? A third party is coming out with a diorama of the throne.
I think
Really?
so. Somebody's making it.
Like with the throne, really in the background and
the background in the little rotisserie thing in the back.
Oh, I mean, that's
that
a
was-
highlight of my collection, having him and Fennec. I mean, that's just sick.
It really is. Before we go to you, Aries, want to give a shout out to Blurred Down Life with a $5 bomb. Says, how Hot Toys has not shown more respect to the 2-time Oscar winner Ruth Carter's costume designs. Isn't that right? He said, it's a real mystery to me. That is very true.
Sorry,
Famously
Looney,
did.
Looney, where and I'm trying to say exactly look at. And you in the South Carolina, North Carolina area?
South Carolina.
Okay. You know she have an exhibit that's in Raleigh that's coming up.
Okay.
She's doing an exhibit at I will get the information for you because I know I was at a con there and it had a advertisement for Ruth Carter's exhibit for all her costumes that she done while she was in Hollywood. And I think that's in October. Look that up.
This woman has, I mean, done so much. We talking like, I mean, she's done work for Do the Right Thing, Sparkle. I mean, shit, Loving Basketball. She did costume. I mean, famously Black Panther. But that's just
the fact that we don't have a Queen Ramonda, like the costume on her. If I was a Hot Toys artist and I've been working on secret prototypes, because you know they got prototypes out there, and people did not get to see my work, I would be mad. Like imagine the Okoye they have. Imagine the Queen Ramonda if somebody was like, working on it. Imagine just having all those prototypes just never see the light of day.
But you know, the only figure that's close to the work they would have to put in to produce those figures, because that would be a damn challenge, a huge challenge for them, is that Ahsoka figure.
Yeah.
That Ahsoka figure. If you look at uniform to uniform of the detail that has to be put into it.
Yeah.
That Ahsoka is close.
It is. No, I totally agree.
What
I
they
see
would
what you're
have to
saying.
do,
Yep.
and what they have to do for the dual melange. For them to do that right there, I can already say if they did that, that's automatically a $365 figure. You're almost at the Iron Man range of the work they would have to put into to make that to serve it justice. And leaving Ramonda, that's money on the table. I don't understand.
I think a lot of people would buy that. To have a 1/6 Angela Bassett, a lot of people would buy that. I that's what I think personally. Definitely.
The white and the purple. No.
Yeah. Oh yes. But definitely Blurred Dad Life. Thank you so much for that and bringing that out. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Going to Aries. Well, this Boba, brother. I saw your video the other day. Elaborate for us, bro.
Well, I mean, again, I think this is going to be probably, one of those like you're seeing with Cad Bane right now. You're seeing with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of these, and I feel like a whole lot of Boba Fett 2-packs. Still got Boba Fett on the throne. This is from one of those eras where this went on waitlist quick, and it's Boba Fett. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how many of this they made. I mean, this went on waitlist like the ones that are like now going on waitlist. These figures that they're coming out with now that are going on waitlist in 2 months. That's kind of what this one went like really, really quick. So this can be rare, like that arena suit Boba Fett, and it's just not going to be as available as the other ones. Again, though, I just think that this is a great shot here to see the evolution. And the evolution would have been better if it would have came with a head sculpt with at least the eyes facing a different direction or something there. So I'm disappointed in that. That being said, the thing that's most exciting to me about this is the picture of the Rancor, the Rancor. I'm wondering what they're doing there. Like you said, is it just to get us to talk? If it is, that's great. But they did just come out with a very, very big, and a lot of people didn't think they were actually going to do that back, but they did.
Yes.
So you have to wonder, would they actually do this Rancor? I mean, it's when the Rancor stands up, that's a pretty big piece in the collection.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Or is this just to get us to talk, which is really good talk?
It is.
But I'm excited about that.
Definitely. No. I totally agree on that. I think it's, to get us to talk and get us to speculate. And I think it's good. It's definitely good because they want to see what's out there and what their customer base is thinking. So it definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I'm talking while I'm trying to bring my things back up.
Well, out of all the beasts in Star Wars, give us a Tauntaun because that also means a Luke and Han. Please.
I say Han on a Tauntaun. I've been saying that for 3 years now. Come on, Hot Toys, make it happen. Make it happen. Louis, we got two that I want to send you. That I want to hear from you for. First, want to hear from you about this Boba Fett. Your thoughts on it?
I think it looks good. I've seen so many Boba Fetts, so I mean, I can't tell the intricacies of the Bobas, but I think it looks good. Like Ari said, should have had a head sculpt. Morrison could have got a little bit more percentage.
Yep.
But other than that, I think it looks good. Yeah, that Fennec looks amazing. I got the Fennec.
The Fennec is amazing. I mean, the Fennec. I mean, honestly, that Fennec makes that figure makes Boba look even better, in my opinion. That Fennec. Oh my God, figure it.
Shout out to Agent Silver Fox. He blessed me with the Fennec. So
that's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up. Well, what a guy. What a guy, Agent Silver Fox. What a guy. Salute to you, bro. Also, now we didn't do the show last week. And this is kind of our last topic for the night. Real quick, I could not have Lumi on the show and not bring this up. I had to bring this up for you. Definitely, I'm excited about this piece and excited for the Ahsoka show. I love the show, so want to get your thoughts on this figure, Lumi, and just of the Ahsoka show and all.
Okay, I think the show is really good. I've been watching it. I hear people complaining, but I kind of just block that out. Enjoying the show for what it is. I think this figure looks really good. I love her armor. I love the colors on it. It's very unique. Like they have so many different Mandalorian type helmets and figures now, so it's like seeing a different take on it is really cool. I don't know. It's just an awesome looking figure, and I can't wait to see more from the show. I can't wait to see, where they take it.
Absolutely. Definitely. And I feel you on that. I feel the same way about the show. I think what we've seen so far, I love it. I think it's amazing. I will say the third episode, I liked it. It was cool. I love the space dog fights. I'm a sucker for all that stuff. So that definitely my only gripe with it, too short. Keep it. Come on, give us 40. Give us.
And I hear a lot of people complain about there being a lot of women. I'm like, y'all, women exist. Like, get over it. I'm sorry that the last 40 years have been male-centered shows. Like, you've had your male leads. Like, let women have a little bit of a lead. And
you know what, Lumi, I was getting ready to wanted to ask your opinion on that, but I was going to do it on a sidebar since you brought it up. Is that I was on the previous stream where I personally said I saw a common theme from where these shows began and how I'm sorry to say I see some misogyny in not saying people out there are misogynists. I'm not saying that, but the climate, and it started with it got started way before with Captain Marvel. And then you get into Kamala Khan with Miss Marvel. Then you go down, you start seeing a common theme of review bombing. Oh, we hate this character. Oh, it's too much of this. Oh, too much. And then you try and get down to the core of it. It's like, okay, it's strong women in these roles.
They did it to Ray. They
right, exactly. It started with her. Let me go even, like you said, thank you, Aries. You even go further back. And then you got to sit up there and honestly think. And I'm coming from a male point of view, what I see as a male. For you as a female, am I on to something here? Because I'm just like, okay.
It's basically like this. I'm the only woman on this panel. I'm used to being the only woman in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it's like I had to watch my entire life male-centered shows, characters, everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I grew up and I'm able to appreciate all that media and appreciate seeing Rocky, watching Zorro, like I love Antonio Banderas and Zorro. I love like all that different stuff. And it's like I had to watch them and I could look up to those characters and be like, oh, they're so cool. They're, athletic, they're heroic, they're all of these things. And then men have to look at women characters and they can't meet them. They can't see them. They can't see themselves in those characters for some reason. And I don't understand. Like I've been seeing myself in these male characters, any character. I'm able to see something in them and be able to relate it to myself. But it's like sometimes guys are like, oh, it's a woman's show. I don't want to watch it because it's women and stuff. I'm like, but you need to be able to relate to what that woman's going through. You need to be able to look at her character art, see what she's going through, empathize with her, but they don't want to do that. They see woman and it just like shudders go on. So I don't know.
Because it's just like, say for instance, for She-Hulk. I enjoyed She-Hulk. And then there was and She-Hulk was throwing some jabs in your face that made guys think.
And they did it on purpose. Like it was meant to be.
It was meant to be done that way. And I have probably more female friends than I do male friends. And they talk to me to get things from a male point of view. And then they tell me things from a lady's point of view. And then, face it. I'm sorry to say, face it, fellas. These things happen. There's some things that are thrown at. I think we got to a point. So we have got to a point as a society that we want to put away and hide the shameful facts that are there instead of confronting them front and center and having a conversation about it, a logical conversation, not finger pointing and name calling. Conversation and things to be better all the way around.
And I think it's one thing with Brie Larson was saying. She was basically saying the movie Captain Marvel was not for. They weren't making it. She wasn't making it for men to. Men should be able to, find something in it and enjoy it. She was saying this movie is not for men and necessarily. Men can enjoy the movie, but she's making a movie that's geared towards female empowerment that women can be able to relate to and see a character that's, bigger than life. But it was like as soon as she said, I didn't make this for men, all the men's minds just shut off and was like, we hate her. We don't like her. She's a horrible actress. She's this, she's that. And it's like, that's not the point. She's making a content that she thinks is geared towards a good example for young girls and women to look at. And if I can look at Rocky and see his struggle and see how he overcame and be able to relate to that, then guys should be able to relate to women in that same position. Just because the character is a woman doesn't mean you can't relate to her. It means you just have to look at her as a human being. She goes through the same struggles as you do.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like, and I want to bring this up what Trouble Dust said. He says, again, I don't get it. So Angelina Jolie's character was a bad chick. Long Kiss Goodnight. Gina Davis was a badass. Absolutely. And which they don't know, Gina Davis went through shit. That movie almost messed up her career, almost fucked up her career doing that movie. And it was a great damn movie. And I look at this like this: with me raising a daughter, this is an entry point for her. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I want her to revel in femininity and powerful femininity. She's already looking like I have DC books, like kitty DC comic books. And one of the reasons why I got that Wonder Woman right there, I wanted to upgrade, yes. But the other thing was she's into Wonder Woman now. She's looking at her in the books, and she went in our room. First figure she saw, she's like, "Ooh, that's Wonder
Are you showing her Justice League Unlimited?"
Yes.
Yes. Please. Yes. That's where I fell in love with Wonder Woman. Was Justice League Unlimited growing up.
Yep.
But you got to look at it like this: is that how many female analysts, intelligence analysts, or people wanting to get into the field of intelligence by looking at Alias, Jennifer Gardner Alias. Looking at the Black Widow.
Have you seen the show with Zoe Saldana, the Lioness?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That show is amazing. Like, oh my God. If y'all haven't seen it,
very on point. Very on point.
Really good. Like it makes me happy to when it comes. I'm like, oh my God, it's another episode. Like I haven't felt that way in years about a show.
Okay, say for instance, they talk about like G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll tell you, I have trained with some women that will wear your ass out.
Hell yeah.
Tell me about it.
Will wear you
Hell yeah.
out. And got the fire. And because I'm, come from law enforcement background, I used to deal with people, and I used to have a young lady with me she about like 5'1", and I tell guys in a minute, you looking at me. Don't worry about me.
That's right.
You better worry about her.
That's
Because
right.
if she get on you, Lord help you. Lord help you.
I want to throw this to Aries real quick, because this is something Aries knows a little bit about.
It's
Definitely.
we got to continue to grow as a society. It's a shame. I won't even look at the forums or the comments on this series. It's just because what we're talking about, it's going to be there. I mean, I can't stand that. And it's not even forced in with this show. This is Ahsoka. She's got Ezra's with Thrawn, where they are. Of course, you're going to have Hera, and you're going to have Sabine, and you're going to have Ahsoka. And honestly, it's to me, it's a beautiful thing. It's a refreshing change. I love what they did at the end of The Mandalorian season 2 with that whole female-led 5 going into Moff Gideon's ship and kicking butt. Look, I mean, we've got to grow up. I've got 2 daughters who have fought their butts off, who are professional MMA fighters, and are 2 of the baddest women on planet Earth, and can compete in their weight class with any dude in their weight class, and can do that. And people like them and fighters like Chris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes have had to fight for everything, that they have in that, you shouldn't fight, you're a woman, you shouldn't be, it's a man's world. Bull crap. Throw that garbage out. My youngest daughter goes through that. She's a race car driver. And what are you doing with that?
Bro,
but and I encourage them all the time. I said, don't worry about if you're a woman, you're a man, what color you are. You're a human being, and you should be afforded the same damn rights as anybody else, and you got the same darn opportunity. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you're less strong than a man. It all has to do with weight. I'm a man, and Brock Lesnar's a man. He's stronger than me because he's just bigger in size. Period. It has nothing to do about my gender or anything else. So it's just, and then with this stuff here, it's a great show. It's a beautiful show. But then again, I got that was depressed is the wrong word. I didn't like what was happening with the Book of Boba Fett, so I tuned off.
Yeah.
To me, that was juvenile. I didn't even like what was happening with the Mando season 3. These are very basic shows. Does anybody remember Battlestar Galactica from the 70s? Buck Rogers. I mean, guys, this isn't the Shawshank Redemption or Casablanca or something in that kind of level. This is a very, very, so I feel like it's, I'm just spilling my coffee and enjoying. I love the Mandoverse. I think that some people, my personal opinion, this has great fan service that's not shoved in. Filoni's a master at this. This is Rebel Season 5 in the Mandoverse with the right twist.
Yep.
They decided with Mando Season 3 not to give you fan service, I think on purpose. Did it backfire on them a little bit, that type of stuff, but I still enjoyed it. I thought Giancarlo Esposito was amazing. I thought that finale was just great. I loved the first few episodes. People complained they hated the part on Coruscant with the doctor. It's so boring. What are they doing? And then with Jack Black and all that, I'm like, please grow up. I mean, it's there were shows like that again with the old Battlestar. It's like, what are they doing there? The Cylons in an old Western saloon. They're not in space. This was garbage. It was a horrible show. You got a season. You know what I mean, second brother? Yep. You're going to have not every season and not every show in a season is going to be Irvin Kershner's Empire Strikes Back every single moment. Take a chill pill and just relax. That being said, I love these female characters in this show. And I can't wait to get every one of the figures from the show. I'm looking forward to seeing, where it goes. But anyway, I feel like I said a lot over there.
Man,
But,
I'm looking
just,
forward to the night.
well, just totally
That's what
well
I'm looking
said.
forward to.
What's that?
I'm looking forward to the Night Sisters, seeing more.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to. And just to piggyback with what Aries just said, I went out to Las Vegas. I raced Corvettes and went to a Corvette school there for 3 days. And one of the best drivers there was a female. To see these guys, and considering, Corvette is for the demographic is older gentlemen in demographic until they change things around and try to pull a younger crowd. So I'm the youngest guy there. That young lady and guys was like, "Oh, little girl, you're so pretty and you're so cute." And the guy's like, "Yeah, go and get in the car with her." I got in the car with her, and she said to me, "The throw-up bag is under the seat." And I'm like, and I'm looking at her like, "Look, I've been a police officer for a while, so I could drive." Shh. Man, you swore. So if they had a camera in that car, you could have swore I was going through labor in 10-month labor. I'm like, I mean, she was wearing people out in that car. Guys, she had pride in it, and I'm just like, you go, because you are. I mean, damn, I can't even say anything. An amazing driver, but over the years, I've turned around and learned by me training women in firearms and self-defense and things like that. That, be honest with you, fellas, sorry to say, they're easier teachers. I mean, they're easy. They pick up things far quicker than us. It's easy for them, easy to train them. It's following instructions. It's just where we at now. I think this is where social media goes wrong. Where you got more people that's out there and they're saying all kinds of craziness, and they can hide behind a keyboard while they're doing it.
Absolutely.
But,
Absolutely. Closing, yeah, definitely. Closing this out. Want to go to Calvin with this. Man, just your thoughts on the, the Ahsoka show and, and just everything that we've been talking about here tonight.
I need to revisit episode 3. I saw the opening training scene, dozed off, and then kind of caught the end. So I need to rewatch it. But so far, I'm enjoying it. These are, outside of Ahsoka, these are characters that I don't know of. So I've had to backtrack and start doing the Rebels homework to see things that I wasn't aware of. In the grander scheme of things, I came from my mama and my grandma. I've got a beautiful black wife over around the corner there. Yeah, she gets on my nerves every so often, but she there too. They here, y'all. I don't know what we're trying to prove. Didn't Barbie just smash the box office?
It did. $1 billion.
How many movies have we had come out that just bombed, and yet Barbie is smashing? And I went and saw it. Great movie.
Gotta see it.
Don't we have a woman in the White House?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what else needs to be said? Come on, y'all. So
there it is.
If you got a problem with it, you need to look in the mirror and check yourself. Because
yep.
And I think they're equating their not liking of the writing to the female characters just being bad, when that's not the case at all.
No, it's not the case.
Actors show up to work and they do what they're given. If it's on paper and this is what you want me to say and this is what you want me to do, so be it. I know what? Damn sure Rosario is as a hell of an actress, but Ahsoka just seems to be real chill, laid back, and you get a lot of like facial and eye motion with her as opposed to real physical stuff with her until she's kicking somebody's ass. That is. So, go ahead, Aries.
That's right.
No, I was going to say one of the greatest joys I've had this year was when Disney brought back Daisy Ridley to Star Wars. I was like, yes and amen, because there was never my problem with the sequels. Her, it was Brian Johnson with Luke. But I'm not going to do that to your show, there, brother. Bringing that up with that.
Yeah.
But she was she was the highlight for me in that whole freaking. Sequels, and I think she did a great job, and so I'm just so happy that they're bringing her back and continuing.
I want them to bring her back because Daisy Ridley, the actress, I love. I think she's amazing. I think she does amazing work, and I think she is just fabulous. The character Ray. I like the idea of the character Ray. What I did not like was the writing and the story for her and story progression. I'm hearing the echo. It's hard for me to tell, but hearing the echo. But what I didn't what I didn't like is I'm looking at these characters on this show. I'm looking at Hera. I'm looking at Ahsoka. And I'm looking at all these characters, and I think they're wonderfully written. I think they're wonderfully written characters. Sabine, I think, and the thing is, we have a character like Sabine. We're seeing her struggle with the Force. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing her struggle with it. Whereas with a lot of people complain with Rey, wow, she's so powerful. Oh, Mary Sue and all this. Okay, well, we're seeing something totally different in Sabine. We're seeing she's struggling. I forget the droid's name, but David Tennant. He pretty much was like, "You suck. you're like the worst candidate to be a Jedi." But yet we're seeing her, have that fortitude and still, go in and try. And I like that because we get that in life. Sometimes the odds are against us, against all odds. You know what I'm saying? We still go and we still try to push through and try to make it happen. And we can use that analogy, allegory, or metaphor. You could use that for a lot of things within life. So I look forward to that. I look forward to the telling of that story. And you can't say, "Oh, she's a Mary Sue." No, she ain't a Mary Sue because they pretty much telling you she sucks. But to see her overcome it or to tap in that force, and and where that goes is very interesting. So right there alone, with that being said alone, this makes it wildly interesting than what they were doing in the sequels, in my opinion. With that being said, I definitely want to see Daisy Ridley, and I think, like I said, all those characters, Finn, Ray, shit. I mean, I know Kylo. I think the stupidest thing was killing off Kylo, because if anything, he should have. I think it's a story there, watching him atone for being Kylo Ren throughout the galaxy, and doing a Ben Solo show would have been amazing. That's amazing. That's just money in the bank that they just are not doing, in my opinion. But all these characters in the hand of a powerful writer is gold. So so her coming back was definitely, I can totally understand where you're coming from, Aries. It's totally a highlight. With that being said, guys, thank you all for being here tonight. This was an amazing show, and we hit some topics I didn't even think we were going to go to. And sometimes I write down things for us to talk about and things for us to do, and I'm like, I just take the paper and I just tear that shit in half, because I let y'all go with it, because it just the spontaneity makes for a better show, in my opinion. So I thank you all for being here and just giving your input and just making this show what it is. Could not do it without you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. On this 76th episode of Best of the Best, I want to thank you all, everybody here that's in the chat tonight. Thank you all for being here, everybody. Some of you, I know I probably missed some of your chats and everything, but definitely your messages and everything, they're all beloved. Braden, I see you. My co-pilot, always, I see you, brother. Love you, brother. Nathan Henderson, I see you as well. Absolutely, brother. Love you too. Love all you guys for being here. You guys are amazing, and you make this community worth coming back to. With that being said, I want to give you all guys, give y'all a minute to say your piece and pretty much what you got going on. We're gonna start with you, second brother, aka Dr. Rooster. What you got going on, bro?
Just trying to finish up my project with Costa Case. And since I got this new Black Panther here, get him all posed up and put inside the cabinet, memorial cabinet with my dad and mom. Little Macho's out of school tomorrow, so trying to figure out what to do with him, trying to keep him busy. There's always what was the saying? It's like no rest for the wicked. And yeah, he always keeps me busy. So just maintain it. Just taking everything day by day. Aries you get to a certain age, you just get up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, thank God for giving you another breath, and just see what adventure life is going to bring you, because every day is different.
Oh yeah.
True. Well said, brother.
Yep.
Well said. Going to you, Aries. What you got going on, brother?
Oh, I echo what second brother just said. I've had it was just one of those weeks and one of those times recently in life where that's it. Every day is a different adventure, ups and downs, this and that, and glad to be able to come together with this community and spill my coffee with this stuff. So great panel tonight. Great being able to always be here with the two brothers. Great to stream with you again, Loki and Luminar as well. Definitely had so much fun. Great vibe here. You guys all know, hey, I'm 6 Scale Cantina. I got a market show that'll be coming out again. This week. Got 6 Scale Raw on Monday. Yes, I will be 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Labor Day here in the States. So to definitely be there for that. I just put out another new members video today. I have a whole series going on there called The Wizard's Crystal Ball. This is episode 3. And we talk a little bit about Darth Vader and get into some of that stuff. So for channel members or anybody who wants to join, they can go ahead and do that. May feel froggy and throw out some kind of late night or stream or something here coming out here. Maybe a drunk on coffee, maybe something over the next few days. And I've got something to unbox too, Jay, as you know, as I shared earlier in the in the show. So I may be putting something out on that Wonder Woman and give my thoughts. But thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to have you here, my brother. Definitely. Make sure y'all subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina and make sure y'all be there this coming Monday.
Come on.
6 Scale Raw. Definitely.
8:15.
8:15. That's right. 8:15 Eastern. Make sure y'all there. Be there. Be square. Luminar, how you doing? What you got going on, sis?
Tomorrow we have Figure Flex Friday. It is the final day to send in your flexes. Next week we are going to be choosing the winner. So, 2 winners. So make sure you send in your flexes because it's the final countdown. And make sure you join the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group if you haven't. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on Figure Flex.
Make sure y'all be there for Figure Flex Friday. Like she said, 2 winners. And this, what is the prize? What's the grand prize? That's the Mace Windu, right?
Mace Windu, the new Mace Windu, and then the second runner-up gets a $100 gift card to Sideshow. So, yeah.
I can enter that, right?
Yeah, throw up a flex, and we'll vote on them next week, and then all the names go into the wheel, and then boom.
Make sure y'all guys join the group. The group is now in the chat. That's the Figure Flex Friday group. Make sure you put your flexes in there so you can win that money and that Mace Windu. I can't, man. Shit. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get it myself. Definitely, guys. Thank Lumi. Thank you so much for being here, sis. Always a pleasure. You're always welcome and always invited. Definitely, always good to have your presence here. Last but not least, Low Key. What's up with you, brother? What you got going on?
Like I said, got a little date night planned up for the wife right now after I get out of here. Unfortunately, I'm going to be missing LWO tomorrow night. We're going to a Dodger game. It's Laker night at the Dodger Stadium. So they're getting Dodger Kobe jerseys, actually. So
wow.
They're first in line to make sure I got mine because don't play with me and my stuff. So I may chime in from the stadium, show a home run or something like that. You never know. I might pop in. It's tomorrow night on Joel's show, so everybody chime in to check out Big Brother. And if she doesn't have, it's a holiday weekend, so if she doesn't have me volunteered. Those of you that are married know how that goes. You just put into shit that you didn't necessarily agree to, right?
He always got some plans, man. Always. Damn.
So I should be on Collector's Lounge Sunday morning. I think that's early enough before she gets up, before she has me running around with errands and shit. So I should see y'all Sunday morning.
All right, down.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, brother. Always good to have you here. Definitely. Shit. Make sure y'all join us. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be there, but because I usually have y'all on in the back with LWO, and I just be laughing my ass off. Y'all kill me on there. But make sure y'all watch LWO tomorrow night on Joel's channel.
Never know what you're gonna get with those guys.
You never know.
You damn sure don't.
You never know. You never know. Y'all crazy. Make sure y'all check that out on Big Brother's channel tomorrow nights. Absolutely. Definitely. Always good to have, man. Low key, thank you so much for being here, bro. Appreciate it, brother. As always.
Sorry I was late, but work calls, but I got here.
Shit, I don't blame you, bro. I feel you. That's how it is. Definitely. Larry Walker says, yeah, LWO is crazy. You ain't never lied.
It's a good time. Like I tell the guys all the time, all throughout the week, everybody has their structured shows. And for the most part, it's always the same discussion for the most part. Yeah. But Friday night, it's like you just kick back with the fellas and just whatever comes up, comes up.
That's
right.
right.
We might touch on some collectibles, but you never know where we'll go from there. So,
absolutely. If you ever seen the movie Bachelor Party, that's LWO cranked up times 100.
Right. Shit. I should sit Mario's ass down so he could watch it.
Right.
He hasn't seen it.
Add that to the list of 10,000 movies he hasn't seen. We love you, Mario. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here, and everybody out there. It's been amazing show tonight. What I got going on, I think me and Lou may be doing half shell Saturday. I know we said it before, but I think we're really going to do it this Saturday. Finally get to unbox these damn turtles from the third movie. Definitely, that box has just been sitting out there, and I can't wait to get it open because I swear I wasn't going to open it until we do half shell Saturday. So half shell Saturday, 9 a.m. Saturday morning, be there. We definitely going to be doing that with my guy Loco Lu. It's going to be amazing, and of course, I will be on Anthony Scale Mafia's channel this Saturday for Tales from the Dark Side. I forget what episode. I think this is like, what is it? He's damn near at 100, almost at 100 episodes now. So definitely check us out for that. That's going to be amazing, and full schedule. And hey, if we get something tomorrow morning, I may go live. I'm hoping we get this damn RoboCop. I've been talking about it all week. Every morning I wake up like it's coming, RoboCop, and I don't get it. So, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be something else. Who knows? Maybe it's Wolverine. Maybe it'll be something. Maybe it's nothing. Which that's good too. I can definitely use the break. I'm fine.
Maybe it's the Rancor.
Maybe it's the Rancor. Anything's possible once, since we got that dude back, anything's possible. But guys, thank you all so much. Y'all have a good one. And like that, my friends, we are out. Peace out.